So I know this is news that has come out lately, has come out like a few days ago, and I just forgot to talk about it. And not because it's not because I hate the news. It's just I don't know how to feel about it. If that makes any sense. Like I genuinely don't know how to feel about this. Like I don't know. It's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, this sucks or whatever. I'm just saying, personally, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And that is Lara Croft in Dead by Daylight. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lara Croft is, like... obviously, she's a survivor. That'd be really weird if she was a killer. That'd be something else. But, yeah, Lara Croft is a new survivor in the Dead by Daylight series. So, here's what we know so far about it. Is that Lara Croft, it's not the original video game. It is the new era, the remake era, or I guess you call it the Origins era. It bounces between like calling it like an Origins era or a remake era, but it is like the newer version of Lara Croft. So yeah, we have her as a survivor in Dead by Daylight, and I know what you're gonna say. Tomb Raider's always been horror adjacent. Like, it's had T-Rex, it's had dinosaurs, it's had zombies, it's had all of that. But it never felt like a horror game to me. Like, it always felt like an action-adventure game. That was always my thing, and it just felt like Dead by Daylight should be... And, yes, we've had Nicolas Cage, but even you can make the argument that Nicolas Cage was horror adjacent to... so that made sense. But Dead by Daylight, at least to me, it felt like this is more action-adventure and doesn't fit with the rest of the theme of Dead by Daylight. If you wanted to have a horror hero character, Frank West. Like, a lot of people have been asking for Frank West from Dead Rising to be in the game. And he could still be in. He could still be in the game. Yeah. The other thing is, too, and this is something I brought up with, I'm wondering with Lara, because they didn't really do it with Ash, or, what's his name, Bill from Left 4 Dead. They don't, are they going to let Lara use her guns? Are they going to let her use her traps? I don't know. Like, it just kind of feels like we're kind of depowering them and just having the characters there for the sake of having them. With the killers, they get to use their weapons. They even get to use some of their, like, movie special, like, their own movies, moveset. The word got away from me. So, that was kind of my thing. And I'm not saying I hate this idea. I just, like, on a thematic level, it doesn't make sense to me. And it just kind of bothers me on a personal level. Lara Croft should, I love the Tomb Raider games. But, and I know there are horror elements in the games. But this just doesn't make any sense to me. Will it work? I think she's already in the game now, so we'll have to, I'll have to, give my full thoughts on that at some point. But, yeah, thematically, it just... Again, I feel like Frank West was probably the better choice, and could still show up. Frank West could probably... I know, we're getting a Dead Rising remake, so maybe Dead by Daylight and the Dead Rising remake will do some cross-promotion, and we'll get Frank West in the game. You know, we'll get Frank West. That's a survivor I think a lot of people have been asking for. I would also say, for other video game characters that are, what's her name from Lollipop and Chainsaw? She'd be cool as a survivor. I would really like to see her. That's a horror comedy game, but still, considered in the horror genre. I know some people have wanted, Dante and Virgil. But again, I'm going to say this is, why I kind of don't want Dante and Virgil in the game. Because you have, they won't let you... If you could use their guns and swords, it'd be kind of pointless to not have, to have Dante and Virgil in the games. It's the same thing of, why Bayonetta shouldn't be a survivor either. Even though it's cool, it's just another skin because you don't get to use their guns or their spells. And if you do, it's like a special ability that kind of runs out. You see what I'm saying? Is that it just feels weird to see Dante or Bayonetta or Virgil, or even Lara, just kind of... you could make the argument that Lara isn't a full-on fighter in the new game. She's more of hey, I'm gonna run and... I want to avoid a fight, but I will fight. But that's not how you play Dead by Daylight. By having, like, you need these characters to hide. You can't go into a full-on fight with them. It's kind of like one of my one of the things I had with Ash, where it's like Ash would yes run and hide, but if it came down to it, he would pull out that chainsaw or boomstick and fire away. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to talk about. I know this isn't a long video. This was just something that was just kind of on my mind, and it was just I don't hate the idea of Lara being here. I don't I don't hate, Laura's a girl, so obviously it's bad. No, I'm not saying that. I just feel like Lara doesn't belong in Dead by Daylight because thematically it doesn't fit with the theme of the game. Yeah, it'd be like if they put Indiana Jones in here. Same thing. It's a horror. There are horror elements, but it's mainly an action adventure, movie. Or putting fucking Nathan Drake from Uncharted in the game. Wouldn't make any fucking sense. There are some scary elements to Uncharted, but it's an action adventure game. It'd also be like fucking putting Master Chief. I know that would never happen, right? But putting fucking Master Chief in Dead by Daylight, it doesn't make sense. I was like, but the Flood are kind of horror. That doesn't, no, that's not the theme of the game, right? I just it just kind of irks me on a personal level to have something that if you really wanted to make it'd also be like putting John Marsden in the game, but you have to tie it to Undead Nightmare. You can't just say, it's it's John Marsden from Red Dead Redemption. You have to say he came from and even then I'd have my misgivings. I don't know. Maybe it's just a fucking me thing. I don't know. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Lara Croft in Dead by Daylight? Are you guys cool with it? Are you guys not? And what video game character would you like to see as a survivor, not a killer? Because we have video game killers from Wesker, Pyramid Head, some others. But what survivors from horror video games would you like to see show up in Dead by Daylight? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.